Hi, I'm Mark from the Financial Aid and Scholarships Office. We hope you and your family are safe and healthy during this challenging time. Our entire team is working behind the scenes to answer your questions and guide you through the financial aid process. One of the most common questions we've received this year is, my family's income has decreased significantly since completing my aid application. How can I get more financial aid to help pay for my expenses? We recognize that your family's financial circumstances may have changed since the 2018 tax year as a result of COVID-19. In this video, we will share information about our expected family contribution, or EFC, appeal process. We will share resources and an online tool to help you and your family estimate how a change in income might impact your awards. So, let's get started. First up, verification. It is important that you review your task in CalCentral on a regular basis. One of those tasks might be verification. The U.S. Department of Education, or the California Student Aid Commission, may select you for a process called verification. This does not mean that there's something wrong with your application. It just means that they want us to document the information you reported on your financial aid application as accurate. If you have been selected for verification, please know that it is a task that will need to be completed before we can consider or review an EFC appeal. Next, if you have a 0 EFC, you should not appeal. Financial aid awarding is based on financial need, eligibility, and availability of funds. Before you go through the effort of compiling and submitting an EFC appeal, there are a few things you can do to understand how or if your financial aid could change. The first thing you can do is review your expected family contribution, or EFC. Welcome back to CalCentral. This should look familiar by now. Here's our dashboard. What we're looking for is the My Finances tab. Go ahead and click that. From there, we're going to go to View Awards. This is located on the middle card on your My Finances screen. Once you click View Awards, you want to scroll to the left side of the screen and search for Financial Aid and Scholarships Profile. There you could check what your expected family contribution should be. If it's 0, you don't need to appeal. A 0 EFC means we have awarded you the maximum amount of grants and scholarships you are eligible for. Your EFC cannot be reduced below 0, and an EFC appeal will not result in a change in your financial aid awards. We encourage all students to apply for outside scholarships each year they are enrolled in college. We have lots of resources that can help you through that process, found at this link. Our next point, non-residents. As we mentioned earlier, financial aid is based on numerous factors. Financial need and eligibility are two of those factors that go hand in hand. To be considered for Berkeley grants and scholarships, you will need to demonstrate need and meet all eligibility requirements for funding. This means you need to apply for aid, be a U.S. citizen, a permanent resident or dream student, have financial need, and be a California resident to be considered for Berkeley grants and scholarships. The residency office will determine whether you are a California resident once you complete the Statement of Legal Residence. Until that determination is final, we will use the information you provided on your loan application to award you aid. Unfortunately, we are unable to award need-based Berkeley grants and scholarships to out-of-state students. Submitting an EFC appeal to the Financial Aid and Scholarships Office will not result in Berkeley grants or scholarships in these cases. If you have questions about how residency is determined, we encourage you to review the residency requirements on the registrar's website. We've received questions about accessing our appeal process. The EFC appeal form will be available on May 1st. Once you've accepted your admission, created your CalNet ID, and completed all financial aid verification requirements, you are welcome to submit an EFC appeal for consideration. Please remember that we cannot consider appeals based on residency, consumer debt, zero EFCs, or those with outstanding verification requirements. We encourage you to follow the appeal requirements closely and provide all the required information. Submitting an incomplete appeal will only prolong the process for all students. So, we thank you in advance for submitting all required information and documentation for consideration. In the meantime, use the calculator. We know that you need to make a decision about which college or university that you're going to attend by May 1st, and that this deadline doesn't quite align with the availability of our EFC appeal form. To estimate how your new circumstances could impact your aid, you can use our online calculator. Get it? Calculator. Okay, who wrote that? Look, the point is you should use this calculator, and you can find it at this link. Using an estimate of you and your parents' information, if you're a dependent student, enter your 2020 income, household, residency, and housing type information. The calculator will use that information to provide an estimate aid package. These are online instructions defining each question to guide you. You can find them here at this link. Please remember that this is only an estimate and your actual awards may vary. We just gave you a lot of information to digest. Some of you still may have questions. Well, we've created an EFC appeal flyer that covers all of today's information in more detail. You can find it at this link. Thank you for spending time with us today. We hope you found this video useful, and we look forward to having you join us in the coming academic year. Please take good care of yourselves. Thank you, and go Bears!